friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been super long since I've done a favorites video. I used to try to do them every month, but then the reality is I don't explore enough new products or different products throughout the month to be able to do this on a regular basis. But recently I was going through a makeup routine and I kind of realized that there are a bunch of products that I've slowly sort of fallen in love with or I've started to really use and like over the past few months. So I thought I'd go ahead and talk about these. And then at the very end, I have one book that I just want to recommend you guys that I think is a really powerful text that I read this summer. So we'll go ahead and start with a perfume that I really have been enjoying, and that is from Bath & Body Works. It's the Tahiti Island Dream. This is one of those scents where I got really hooked on it as a body wash. Whenever I would get the free travel coupons or free travel size with a purchase, I always seem to get this scent. And then I knew it was going to happen eventually because all scents I love from Bath & Body Works that are cult favorites of mine get discontinued. At the June SAS, this and some other scent were being discontinued, and I happened to walk by as I was in the store the little display that had these, and these are a lot better than the Fine Fragrance Mist because it's like a legit perfume. It will last on me. I love the scent of it. It's one of those things I haven't adjusted to it as my perfume scent yet, so I still smell it on my body, and I smell it for quite a long time when it's on. This is just really awesome. I know it maybe can't be something you can purchase right away, but if it ever comes back, I'd recommend it. It's an awesome perfume, and I got it, I think it was maybe $5 or $6, so an excellent price point, and it's just a really nice bottle. I just all around big fan of this. Have been loving it as my perfume. Moving on to makeup, this will come as no surprise. I have fallen seriously in love with the MAC lip gloss in Nymphette. It's what I have on my lips right now, mixed with a cream blush from my Balm palette. I just love this stuff. I've already made significant usage out of this. You can see here where it's gathered versus where I have used it. I love this stuff. It's not too sticky. It lasts on my lips. It's not one of those things where I walk outside and I'm afraid everything will stick to them, but it feels like there's actually substantial abilities to it. So I'm a really big fan of this. I like this color a lot. It's definitely something where I think I would like to explore more of this line, even though it's been around probably forever. So if you have any color recommendations that you think I would like in the lip gloss collection, let me know down below in the comments because I really do want to get my hands on more of those glosses. I've also been loving a foundation. This is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-Hour with Comfort Serum Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. 100 names, but I am in shade 91, which is light ivory. It's what I have on my skin right now. To me, it is a very sort of creamy type of foundation. It doesn't look heavy on my skin, but it's able to fully cover any kind of blemishes, even my skin tone out, and it does last all day. I literally will go to the gym where I get pretty aggressively sweaty, and I wipe my face and stuff at the gym, and I'll come home, and before I shower I'll have to remove my makeup, and then I hop in the shower and I still am wiping off foundation even though I've wiped my face aggressively while sweating at the gym. So it does hold up. I've never tried it for 25 hours because I don't sleep with makeup on, and that just doesn't seem necessary to test out, but it does really last, and it lasts through a lot of different conditions. I definitely checked this out. I think it was maybe $5 or less at Walmart, so highly recommend it. My only con is that there's no pump, and it's kind of a pain to dump out, but I mean I can live with that, especially because it's so inexpensive. There's also a sample from a Sephora Playbox, unexpectedly, that I really have gravitated towards, and that is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream in L3 Warm. I would never describe myself as a warm skin tone. I'm always the lightest shade in a particular line, but I have this on today as well, and I blend it out. I blend it out with my Real Techniques mini sponge. I normally use the flat side, but for this one, I find that this end works a lot better. I just really like this. It definitely is a thicker concealer compared to my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which was previously my go-to before I fell for this. This has like a brightening effect. It definitely requires me to really blend in and pat in, but after I set it, I find that it doesn't really sink into my fine lines as much as other concealers tend to. I'm not sure if I will make the purchase. I may put it on my Christmas list or my Sephora VIB list to eventually pick up during like one of their sales, because I do have other concealers to work on, like this guy and the Urban Decay one, but I am a fan of it and I have found it to be pretty effective for my under eye needs. The last like face item that I have before we talk about some eye products is a highlighter. I, as you guys know, spent a lot of time this year panning a highlighter from Becca, and when I was done with that, I just wanted to play with highlighters. Like, I had really missed them, and then, like a creature of habit that I am, I finally pulled out and started using my Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. So basically, like another gold highlighter. It's what I have and what I've been wearing for pretty much the past like 5 weeks or so. I just really love this on my skin. I really do like gold on my skin. I think it complements me really well with my hair. And it just like looks so nice on my face. I've been blending it out in particular with the Real Techniques angled highlighter brush. I freaking love this brush. I think it's so nice to be able to bring into this product, and I basically just like work it down like this. I work it on my nose, I do my Cupid's bow, I go over here, and I'm just a big fan of it. It lasts pretty strongly throughout the day. The only complaint I have is I notice like at the end of the day as I'm about to take makeup off, it kind of has sort of like lost a lot of its impact and like has just sort of faded out into like almost a very light shimmer. But when I initially put it on, I'm a big fan of it, and it's not too obnoxious that I can't wear this to school and feel like I'm a little ridiculous. So I'm a big fan of this. While we're talking about Real Techniques brushes, I also am a big fan of the setting brush. I really didn't want to use this when I first got it. I imagined it being much bigger, but I have since found a love for it as my under eye setting powder brush. It picks up product so aggressively, like you barely tap it in and you're like, whew, all this product on there. And then I kind of pat it off, and then like it still retains a lot of powder, and it just really works so nicely underneath my eyes to pat down in this way. I just really like it. It's really effective, and I've not delved a lot into the Real Techniques brushes because I never had like a need for all of the sets that they sell, all the brushes inside that particular set, but these two are definitely staples in my makeup routine these days. Okay, and now on to some eye things. I have two mascaras that I have just been all about lately. The first is the Monsieur Big. This is from Lancome. I really seem to like Lancome mascaras, which is terrible because they are on the pricier side. This one, it has a regular bristle brush, and you can see that this is what it looks like. It's kind of got different like lengths of bristles, and it has like these gaps. I just don't know. This brush is really different to me, but man, it makes my lashes look long but substantial. They don't become clumpy and spider-like. They really seem to like just look super long and voluminous and luscious. Like, I really like the way my eyes look with this. I can't remember if this came in a Sephora Play or if it was just like a free sample bonus I got with a Sephora order, but this is definitely one that I think I'm going to add to my Sephora Loves list in hopes that maybe I might purchase it once I'm done using some other mascaras. The other mascara that I have is the Tarte Lifted. This is a mascara that I got back in the spring when they were releasing a bunch of their new like spring skincare makeup stuff. They had like a kit all together, and this was one of the mascaras that came with it. It is brown. And I used to wear brown mascara when I was in high school. I'd wear brown eyeliner and brown mascara because I felt like black was a little too harsh. And then as I got more into makeup, I found that I really preferred black eyeliner with a lot of eyeshadow. And so I really didn't use this very much. And then I was watching a video and someone was saying that they preferred to use brown eyeliner with their black mascara and with their eyeshadow, that it just kind of made things look a little less stark. So I thought to myself, like, ooh, I wonder if that would work with a brown mascara, and it does. This, I think I would like black or brown. It is also a bristle brush, which is not normally my go-to desire. It looks kind of like basic, and you're kind of like, what is the fanciness about this? But I have it on my eyes today, and I just really do like how it kind of softens my look but still has my eyes pop because of the black eyeliner. And I like the length of them. My lashes again look full. They go well above my liner line, which I can have a little bit of a thicker line on a regular day. And I still like this stuff a lot. I don't know if I would go out of my way to buy it again. If I'm torn between these two, I'd pick this one from Lancome, but I have been really enjoying it, and I'm glad I'm finally getting use out of a brown mascara that I've kind of just had sitting here, so I didn't really know how to use it on the regular. Another eye product that I have been in love with is my Voluminous Liner Noir from L'Oreal Paris. This was something that came out when their green tubed mascara came out. I think it was also called the Voluminous Noir like green mascara. I totally lost this until we were moving, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this still has any juice in it. Oh, it did, because I had maybe only used it 1 or 2 times before, and I really like this. It has a longer point to it, but it's really flexible, but not too flexible that you can go wild with it, but it makes it really easy to essentially like line my whole line at the same time. Like, it's like, I don't even have to do like a full stroke. I can kind of just like stamp it, and it kind of gets my entire eyelid, which I really like. I definitely am running out of this stuff though, because I've been using and abusing it. My one like quirky complaint about this is that the cap, I don't know if I can effectively show you, the cap doesn't necessarily go on the easiest. You have to make sure you line up the right size, like these like little dips here, you have to like line it up to the right side or it doesn't go in. They're not both the same, which doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. This was awesome. I don't even know if they still make this. I really like the mascara that went along with this, but I've never repurchased it because I'm a creature. Because even though I'm a creature of habit with most makeup, with mascara, I always try what's new. It's super rare that I actually repurchase the same type of mascara, but this liner is great. If it's still out there, I'll probably rebuy it once this is gone. My last makeup favorite is also a brush, and this came in my most recent BoxyCharm. It is the Royal & Langnickel Moda Pro BMX 430 Crease Brush. I wouldn't normally gravitate to this type of like crease blending brush because the width of it is a little bit more pronounced than I am accustomed to, but this is really nice. It blends out really effectively. It's been my go-to. I especially love, they have like the perforated, almost like leather type of handle here, and I really like the feel of this, the grip of this. I definitely think I would replace a lot of eye brushes with these if I didn't own the ones I already own, because I really just enjoy this texture on here to help grip, and I just really like it all around. It blends out really well. So if you're in the market for eye brushes, I would definitely try out this line because it has not stood me wrong yet, and I've tried out 2 other brushes that were face brushes from here that I also enjoyed. Okay, now on to the last thing that I want to talk about, which is a book favorite. I did a lot of reading this summer, and there was one book in particular that really stood out as like, this is going to be a super impactful piece of literature out there in the world. And for me, I am someone who's really drawn to books that both challenge me and make me uncomfortable and make me think. I really like those types of things. And this book checks off all the boxes. The book I'm talking about is called Gather the Daughters. It is a little bit like Handmaid's Tale in the sense that it's focused on women, and it's focused on inequality of women and women sort of taking a stand and wanting more for themselves. But that is where the comparison, in my opinion, ends. It is its own piece. It's essentially about these girls who grow up in a society. It's very much similar to almost like Puritan time. It is taking place in the future. Something else has happened outside of the island they live on, but the information they're given is very limited. And we as readers are reading it through these young girls' perspective. There are 3 central perspectives. You switch through, they're all 3 young adult women. And essentially it's focused on their life. So they themselves don't know what has happened. So we as readers don't know what's happened. And the whole focus of their world is they're brought to school until they have their menstrual cycle. And at that point, then whenever the next summer comes, so for example, if a girl gets her menstrual cycle in December, She will continue to get her education until June, and then when summer comes, instead of the other kids who get to just like go outside and play all day and do whatever they want and never actually come home, she is then brought into her matriculation period. And so her whole purpose now is to get pregnant, get a husband, and then just raise those children and keep repopulating and servicing her family. However, as you kind of find out as the world goes on, you find out that before they get their menstrual cycle, their fathers are preparing them for their sexuality by sleeping with their daughters. And the girls don't know that that's incest and that that's wrong, and they don't understand exactly what's happening. So the phrase that they constantly use while they're describing their life is that I lay under my father. And finally, there's one girl who has, in a way, evolved to know that if she essentially starves herself, she can put off getting her menstrual cycle. So there's an older girl who I estimate her to be around 16 or 17, who hasn't gotten her menstrual cycle yet, who eventually starts an uprising to try to get all these other girls to realize that what they're experiencing and what they're going through isn't healthy and isn't normal. Even though she doesn't fully know how to articulate that, that is her big movement. So the story is really interesting. It's very difficult to read because of those challenging things where you understand more than the girl who's going through this, knows. And so it makes you feel icky as you read it, or at least I felt icky, but like I also was really captivated by it and very intrigued by it, and it just made me think, and I just love books like that. So I would highly recommend it. I know it's definitely a tougher topic for a book. It's not lighthearted by any means, but I definitely think it's worthwhile and a really awesome standout out of all the books I read this summer. But that is it for me, and I will talk to you guys in the next video real soon. Bye.